Exmouth's climate is characterised by a hot summer occurring from November to April and is temperate for the remainder of the year with low rainfall.
Campfires, pets and firearms are not permitted within the Cape Range National Park.
The unique habitats of Exmouth support a diverse array of native animals, including black-footed rock wallabies, kangaroos, echidnas and bilbies.
There are many different types of plants and animals in the Coral Coast, aquatic and terrestrial, and they all rely on each other for survival and protection. Take the Ningaloo Reef for example. It has the reef and the seabed, which shelters all kinds of small fish, crabs, starfish and stingrays. The bigger fish depend on these small fish to stay alive, and it works all the way up the food chain until it gets to sharks and whales. When they die, their bodies float down to the ocean floor to be used as food for the small animals again. Terrestrial plants hold all the soil around them together with their roots, which prevents erosion. Animals can cause erosion by eating or killing the plants, and when they move parts of the soil with them, and this eventually erodes all the soil where they walk.
The Exmouth area and the Ningaloo Reef are becoming increasingly important to the study of humpback whales. These animals can be seen migrating north to their breeding grounds on the northwest shelf. They can be seen in this area anytime between May and October each year. Other whales found in this area are pygmy whales, pilot whales, killer whales and false killer whales. Whales are often seen close to the shore and are also often seen in the shallow waters of the Exmouth Gulf.
Plant species of Exmouth include mangroves, acacia, spinifex, grevillea, and eucalyptus. The rugged stone country of Cape Range descends to arid coastal plains and drifting sand dunes, and then onto the turquoise waters of the coral reefs and ocean depths of Ningaloo.
Wind action is closely related to wave action. The wind action contributes to erosion, transportation and deposition of sediments. It contributes to erosion by eroding the sand dunes around the beach. This lets the waves come in and take the sand away again. The wind contributes to transportation by picking up small sediments like sand and carrying them to different places where they are deposited when they hit a physical barrier. This builds up sediment and leaves nothing from where it was carried.
The Ningaloo Reef is over 260 kilometres long, extending from Point Morat on the northwest cape to Amherst Point south of Coral Bay. This makes it one of the largest fringing reefs in the world. The reef crest lies as close as 100 metres off the coast in some places, and its furthermost point is 4 kilometres offshore. This reef is unique because it is one of only 2 coral reefs in the world that have formed on the western side of a continental landmass. Predominantly, there are anti-clockwise directional equatorial currents in the southern hemisphere. Usually, these currents carry cold water up the western coast from Antarctica and warm water down the eastern side of the continents from the equator. However, in Western Australia, the Lewin countercurrent carries a stream of warm water down the West Australian coast. This enables reefs such as Ningaloo, Abrolhos and Rottnest reefs to form and survive. Living coral reefs are made up of thousands of tiny little animals called coral polyps. These are basically a fleshy tube with a mouth that is surrounded by small tentacles. Most corals are nocturnal. At night, the tentacles are extended to trap food that drift past in the ocean currents. This is a colourful sight as the soft bodies are exposed to the human eye. Coral polyps also obtain nutrients from products produced by algae that live in their tentacles. For the algae to produce these products, they must photosynthesize. Therefore, coral reef needs warm, clear water and plenty of sunlight.
This reef is unique because it is one of only 2 coral reefs in the world that have formed on the western side of the continental landmass. Located within the Cape Range National Park, Yardie Creek is a spectacular gorge where water is trapped by a sandbar. Parks of the Coral Coast, such as the Cape Range National Park, provide ideal locations for recreation and for learning about our environment. These parks are managed by the Department of Environment and Conservation to ensure that the coast is protected.
We now return to